A lot of us carry a lot of guilt over something we did, something we didn't do. All of you do. Okay, we all feel guilty, and we hate previous versions of ourselves for what we did or what we didn't do. Now, guilt as an emotion is amazing. Why? Because it sends you valuable information. It says, hey, you fucked up. You're acting out of integrity. You shouldn't have done that. So it's valuable information so you know not to repeat it. Okay? But the difference is, guilt as an emotion kicks in. It's temporary. You receive the data, the information, and then you move on. You're like, okay, let's move on. Guilt as a state is when you feel guilt and then you hang on to it and becomes your default. Okay? That's what'll create a lot of self-sabotage, because you won't allow yourself to succeed because you've got to punish yourself for that guilt. You've got to hang on to it, and it'll just ruin you inside. That's what you have to let go of. So in terms of past mistakes, realize that if you went back in time, in terms of what you did, you would do everything the exact same way. You wouldn't do anything any different. For real. Put me before the media scandal, done the exact same thing. I reflected a lot on this, by the way. I'm like, if only. No, I would have done the fucking same thing. If I went back now, with what I know now, I'd do something different. But if we were around time, that me before would have done the same fucking thing. That you, for whatever you did or didn't do, if this version of you nowadays, like went back in time, yeah, you do something different. But if we rewound time and it was the same you do the same thing over and over and over again. You wouldn't do anything different. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. You can only know it's a mistake after you did it. No one is like, let's make a mistake. No one does that. Now, it depends. Subconsciously, maybe. But not consciously. Okay? So you can only realize it after. You're like, oh, shit. So what that means is accept that you did the best you could with what you knew and who you were at the time. And then a mistake is valuable information where now you can learn from it and not repeat it. Okay? And mistakes will keep happening, by the way. You're going to keep fucking up. And instead of being like, oh, I hate mistakes, no, that's how you know what not to do. You can't learn how to stand up without falling over. So love mistakes. They're going to happen. Use them to your benefit and then let go of them.